This meeting is being recorded.
Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Anybody who is watching from anywhere in the world. Thank you for anybody who is following us, following our pages. Thank you, anybody who is new to our pages. We have Praveen from India. He's a medical code analyst. Isn't it? Am I right, Praveen?
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. And I have Dr. Suzie from UK, and I have Miss Baljith from all the way from Canada, and Baljith is a registered nurse by profession. So we are all here to discuss, despite of having a profession, a well-paid, established profession, we are all thinking about another extra stream of income. So we just want to open up your eyes towards like why this multiple streams of income is important in our background and why we chose this particular platform. Hope this is going to be helpful. Hope this is going to encourage you and help you to take a wise decision in your life too. So if you don't know me, I'm Sherin. I'm living in Ireland for the last 12 years along with my family. My husband is also from medical profession. He is doctor and he's also a nurse by profession as well. He's multiple profession. Again, he's thinking about another stream of income too. And we have two beautiful daughters, and they are 9 and 15 years, and they are the big reason why I started this. So I started this business probably uh, less than 2 years before, and it's producing amazing results for me and my family. That means it's the more time freedom and financial freedom for us basically. So at the time of when I was starting the business, I was kind of, I wouldn't say that I was fed up with nursing. At that time, I was very hectic. I was already doing so many years of nursing, like 15, 16 years of nursing. And I did progress in my career. And I was looking for, like, I was working as a clinical nurse specialist, was working Monday to Friday instead of on the top of my ICU background. Then I realized actually it's not making a huge difference in my financial status or my family status. So I'm not freeing up much time as a woman or as a mom, or else as I progress in my career, especially I am not doing nights or weekends that compromise my earnings so much. So I thought, like, it's not wise to depend upon just one stream of income. So we only have certain amount of time. So we cannot do much more than that. So the only thing that we can do is another stream of income. Also, at the time of pandemic, I have seen many people have lost their job. Nurses never lost their job, but many nurses lost their health so that they cannot resume their career. So that actually opened up my eyes as well. Like, what will happen, especially as an immigrant, when we are basically depending upon just one stream of income to pay our bills, to pay our mortgages, and everything. We are having a nice and secure life now. What will happen if we lost our job? Like, it's really not a good idea just to depend upon just one stream of income. That is why I started to think about this one. So basically it has been amazing journey for me. I already, like, within 14 months of in this business, I already cut short my nursing hours to part-time. I am only working 19.5 hours now. That means I am staying at home most of the time with my family, with my girls, and still producing more income than my regular job. So thank God, that's all I can say. And thank all the platform, the wonderful platform that we are in. It's not because I am a very special person or a specially talented person. It's just because of this particular platform that we are in, that actually they provide mentorship tools, support, and everything that to start a stream of income, an extra, a side hustle, or to produce another stream of income for anybody, even if you don't have any background at all before. So it's not only the like in a particular nationality or particular region we are doing. As you all know, we are all from different parts of the world. We are all doing it, and we have people from from 20-year-old to 70-year-old in our community. Means that, like, anybody can do this, and you don't have to be technically much expert. You all can do it because we have a wonderful platform that provides you all the step-by-step training. in our platform. Yeah, so that's my story. Hope that inspired you. So I'm just going to welcome Dr. Susie into our show today. Thank you, Dr. Susie.
Thank you, Sherin, for that intro. So, hi everyone. I'm Suzie. I live in the UK with my husband, who's a chef, and my daughter, a teenage daughter. And my biggest why for this started my journey. Basically, started about 2 years ago. At the start of the pandemic, my husband was supposed to enter into a new job, and that's when the pandemic started. And obviously he didn't go ahead with the job, and he was unemployed at that point in time. So the whole burden of actually providing for my family rested on my shoulders. And that meant that I was working full time, but that meant that I had to increase my hours even more, because I was, for me, I was like, I have to provide the same standard of living that I was providing for my family. But that also meant for me that I was putting myself, with the pandemic, and we don't know how this virus was going to react to people, I was putting myself as well as my family at risk, because I'm going out and seeing people. Now, don't get me wrong, I love seeing people, but the thing about COVID was the more you get exposed to sick people, the more likely you're, of course, going to get the illness, isn't it? It's very logical to think that way. So for me, I started being desperate, and that actually opened my eyes and thought, well, there should be some way really for us to actually earn money in a very smarter way rather than a harder way. Because I'm a doctor, and I'm in a very stable profession. I'm earning quite well. But still, when you live in a developed nation, most people who live in developed nations know that we just about able to get by our needs, isn't it? No matter how much you earn. So there's something definitely wrong with, I felt that time, there's something wrong with this picture. Like, I'm not supposed to work so hard to get to where I want to, and I was missing out on what really mattered to me: spending time with my husband, spending time with my daughter. I was so career driven. Like, by that time, I was having two separate jobs. One was as a senior clinical management job, and the other was as seeing patients face to face and remotely. And because I was so career driven, I missed my child's childhood. I had nannies, I had au pairs, childminders looking after. And, I was thinking, I felt like I failed as a mom. And that's not a very good place to be. I can tell you that much. So this pandemic just opened my eyes, because I saw colleagues going, off sick with COVID. I saw doctors die with COVID, nurses die with COVID. I think about 1,000 people in the medical profession in the UK, as far as I know, around about that much died in the UK, and lost their lives. And it made me realize, I am replaceable as a doctor, but I'm not replaceable as a wife. I'm not replaceable as a mom. I'm not replaceable to my parents as their daughter, and to my brother as his sister, or as an auntie to my nephews. So that's where I thought I have to start looking for it. And then I started doing my research. I joined mentorship programs. I started investing in things like cryptocurrency, and I do a bit of property and all that things. But what I realized is, yes, I am making money, but again, I'm putting a lot of my time into these things. And I was like, no, I want to find a smarter way of doing it. And the only way I found out to have a smarter way is you need a system that's automated. If the system's not automated, you are working, you'll continue to work in the business rather than on the business. So that's a very big, because you always continue doing things just like a job. And I was like, no, I need a system that way.
Yeah, it's as if like, you are an employee of your own business, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's like having a small business, and still, you're self-employed, but when you're a small business owner, it's still that way. So you have to start working not in the business, but on the business. And that's when I, saw this opportunity, saw the webinars, like, wow, this is for me, because this is the kind of, the system works for you. It brings in leads, it brings in things when you're sleeping. And that's not something I did when I was doing my property or the crypto part of things. I had to still do for me to earn the money. So in that way, I can find, like, I can take, for me at this point in time, my time is is the most important for me. My time with my family, because one thing about COVID I learned is life is so fragile. You don't know what's going to happen next. And the time you have now is the time you need to spend with your loved ones and make life worth living and do what you want to do. Like, I enjoy doing church activities, I enjoy charity works. I really, but when you're working all the time, where do you get time to do these things? And for me, for my life to be fulfilled, I need to do these things. Otherwise, there's no meaning to my life.
Yeah.
One of the main reasons I became a doctor is because I wanted to serve. And that's why I will still continue to be a doctor. But I don't want to be working because I want the money. I want to be working because I want to serve.
Yeah. So can I just ask? That's wonderful. That's wonderful. It really makes sense, Dr. Suzie. So my question is, like, I know that you have been invested in different things, and you were looking at, like, a lot of people are actually now into cryptocurrency and property, and I know that it's actually really good. One thing that people don't realize is that if you don't have proper guidance, or you need to learn a lot of things, you need to have a system in place to make these things work for you, isn't it?
Yeah,
And can I ask you one question? And you think that, okay, you wanted to look for a smarter way to make money, right? A smarter way. That is something that is important to say. Why do you think our system is smarter, Dr. Suzie?
Yeah, so
a little bit more.
Yeah. So one thing is the guidance you give me, Sherin. So it's fantastic. Like, for me, obviously, I've got a bit of experience in my journey, but sometimes when you do something new, you still need some kind of guidance. And when you're wonderful, you're a great coach. Like, you saw and said, Suzie, okay, leave that bit, go to this bit. I know you know that bit, you can do that. And you're there to always say, and when I have my anxieties, you're like, Suzie, that's going fine. You're fine. You're doing well. There's someone to encourage you. And another thing is, accountability.
Yeah.
It is massive. Because I'll give you an example. In the beginning, I was taking my pace to do things, and you were like, okay, Dr. Suzie, you need to, by this time, you will finish this, isn't it? And it was almost like I was pressured into, doing it. And which is fantastic for me, because I'm a more driven person. So when I have a target, and I'll be like, I will do what it takes to get there. Yeah. So for me, and because you kept giving me targets, okay, and yes, was it easy? Of course not. I work as a full-time doctor. I do all these other things also, as I'm telling you. And so I have to find time to do these things, but it gives me a goal, a plan to look forward to. And you were able to kind of guide me and stretch me, if that makes sense. Because I think if we are alone, we'll be slightly a bit laid back.
Yeah,
it's not my character, but still I know it's better for me to have a mentor, a coach, and a guide, because they will understand you. You have that relationship, you build that, there's that understanding, and your coach and your mentee relationship, you'll know how much that person will be able to understand, comprehend, and how much they'll be able to take. And that's very important. So that's one thing. And of course, I've already talked about automation. That was massive for me, because that's something I don't have in my other businesses. And I still feel like I'm working in a job because of that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And just to expand to that point, Dr. Susie, yeah, so this is all about the system that we have. We have a proven system in place,
Yeah.
which includes our mentorship and support, as Dr. Susie already explained to you. Like, we have a wonderful training site which will teach you how to advertise in 6 different social media platforms. Everything step by step, everything in video format. So if you have like, minimum knowledge about things, you can actually easily follow that. We have access to that 24/7. That means anytime when you are free, whenever you get off, you can just come into that and set up your platform, which is wonderful. Because imagine, like, we all know that we have, if for a business to work, we need to have a solid system in place. We need to have a good company that will that have wonderful products and also wonderful compensation plan, so that you will get paid well, right? But you need to have a system in place, and also you need to have customers. Where you're going to find customers? We are finding customers through the social media advertisement. The importance of that is that is why we are owning a global business from the comfort of our home. So, like, as I said, I have Praveen from India, Dr. Susie from UK, Baljith from Canada. How is that possible? I never met any of you in person, right? So I did not have business meets. I did not try to convince you guys. So you actually came to me because you were looking for an opportunity. The same way, the clients who is looking for an opportunity will come to you, and you own a global platform. And so that is not possible in a traditional business. Like, if you are doing a, like, a local business, like, your market is very local. That is why our strength of our platform is our social media advertisement. We do advertise. We present our opportunity to the people who is actually looking for one. That is the main important. And wherever our company has the branch, you can advertise in anywhere, so that you will get clients from anywhere in the world. Wonderful, isn't it? Wonderful. Wonderful.
Absolutely. About
Yeah.
90% of the work is already done. The heavy
Yeah.
lifting is done by the company. And
Yeah.
if any of you ever had any kind of business background of done business, you have to do the legwork, and that takes time. But
Yes.
we have a system in place that takes, all that. And all you need to do is kind of like, go through the training site, make sure you go by step, follow the process, and
Yeah.
trust the system.
Ah,
That the
I
system
know.
will work. Obviously, you have to have faith that the system will work.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And yeah, that is our the importance of the automated system that work for us. So, like, if you don't know, like, we all have a sales funnel, and we all have website, we all have sales funnel, we all have 24/7 email campaign. That's all we have. That is all plugged into our platform. That will all be maintained by our admin system for you for the lifetime once you're in the platform, which is wonderful. You don't have to go behind people. Okay, how I make my website, or how I'm going to change my website. Okay, this thing is not working. How I'm going to figure out, which is totally impossible, especially if you're working full time, right? Yeah, wonderful, wonderful.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, yeah. Thank you, Dr. Susie. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
So now it's Praveen. Praveen, can you hear me? 1 second. I think you are mute. I'm just going to unmute you. Okay, hold on. Can you unmute yourself?
Yes,
Yes, yes.
I
I
did
can
that.
hear you. Can you see me?
No, I can't see.
You can see me. I can see you. We all can see
No,
you, right?
but I can't see anyone else here.
Oh, okay. Okay, you can hear me anyway, right?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, let's talk anyway. What do you think?
Um, I do think that this system is very much automated. So there is no other business like this which you can run across the globe with the comfort of this home or our home. Ever since comparing with the traditional business to an online business,
Yeah.
we need to find a space. We need to find a space to store our inventories, and we need to find the products which is suitable for that particular area. Here, we are not running behind the customers. We don't need to hold the inventories. The customers will come at you. That is the main attraction of this business through the medias like social medias, which is available prevalent across the globe. So I would say this is a blessing for people like us who are looking for an option along with their primary jobs. So we are running through the pandemic period. So, like Dr. Susie said, like our life is fragile. So we can't predict what will happen the next day. So,
Absolutely.
so the time which we got now is we need to utilize it wisely, like Dr. Susie said. So I'm very much agreeing with Dr. Susie, and comparing with the traditional business, we need to find space. That is the main that is the main disadvantage, and we need to get permissions from the local bodies to run that business. So and at the end of the day, the profit is what the effort we put on that particular day. We need to open our space from the morning, and we have to run till midnight or late night, and what the profit is what we are putting the effort. So here comparing with the online business, we don't need to think about such burdens. Like we are sitting at our home, comfort of our home, running this business across the globe. The customers will come at you. So I would say this is a better option for someone who is looking for a side hustle, or even so many job queries are here out here. So I would say this is the better option for them as well.
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful, Praveen. So yeah, thank you for sharing. So can you say a little bit about your background, Praveen, because audience don't know about you. What is your
Yes.
one? I know Praveen was in the platform, but he wasn't actually, he didn't join straight away. So he did his thorough research about this business opportunity before he actually jumping in. So he did actually nearly a year you did, you stayed back, isn't it,
Yes,
Praveen?
exactly. Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah, 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 yeah. So why did you like,
Coming
how did you convince yourself in, what made you convince about the opportunity eventually?
coming to my personal data, or basically I'm a nurse, registered nurse, and now I'm working as a medical coding analyst. So it's a juggle between a nurse and a medical coding analyst. And the main reason for me to work as a medical coding analyst is it is pretty much comfortable for me comparing with a nursing background. Like Dr. Susie said, so we are in a pandemic period. So the medical professional people are all or sacrificing their life for someone who is out coming at you in the hospital setting. So that was the main reason why I chose medical coding as a profession. And comparing coming to our online business, I was a bit skeptical during my initial days. Like I was thinking that how this business is happening, and I have three questions which I keep on asking towards myself. The first one was how this business is happening, where this business is happening, and when this business is happening. These are all the main questions which I keep on asking towards myself. And I started doing some research, because the person who introduced me was such a kindful person towards me. So he won't let me put into any trouble. So I was doing my research in the background, and later on I came to know that this is absolutely a marvelous business you can run across the globe. This is absolutely legitimate. So you need to tax file as well. So that itself means that this is a genuine business, and this is approved by various organizations. So we are working under the regulatory bodies. So there is nothing scam is involved out here. So you need to work according to the situations, and this is a pandemic situation. So you don't need to be skeptical anymore. So what are all the opportunities knocking at your door? You have to research at it, and you have to put your effort to learn it. And then if you realize that that is the opportunity for yourself, so you have to kickstart. That what I did few months back. So yes, I was skeptical during my initial days, and the three questions which I keep on asking towards myself was, the first one I got was when this is happening. So this is happening across the globe. So there is no time limit for this. So there is no daylight savings or like that. So we can run anywhere this business with the help of the social media, which is prevalent out here. And where this business happening, that is across the globe. That I found itself. And how can run this business? So we don't need to run behind the customers, and we don't need to run behind the clients. We are sitting at the home with the comfort of the home, and we are doing such things. and we are marketing with the help of the social medias which is prevalent out here. So we are putting ads through FB, Instagram. So a lot of social medias are here. Even we can advertise in LinkedIn as well. So that was a better option for anyone who is looking for an option as a side hustle. So that was the I would say people like people who are sitting and then the bench sitters who are looking for any options for as a side hustle or a mainstream. This is the best option for you. This is a better option for you, not for you, and this is for your family. For not for today. This is for better for tomorrow itself.
Wonderful, wonderful, Praveen. That was a really good explanation, Praveen. So I understand, like, we have a lot of people in our community. We have 120K, 22K people in our community now, all from different background, different age group, different wise. What we all can see is like, they're achieving their dream. Like, we have seen
Exactly.
like, isn't it? So people who did not have home, houses, they bought multiple houses, multiple investment properties, buying big cars and retiring early in I'm not even joking, like, retiring in their 30s and 40s,
Exactly.
and then traveling
That
around.
is my intention. I need to retire early.
Yeah. Wonderful. That's very much possible with this business anyway. And saying that it's not a get rich scheme. So there are certain skills that
Yes.
we need to learn, which is social media marketing. You have a wonderful system. You have a automated
Yes.
system. You have a proven system in place. All you have to do is plug in, believe in the
Yes.
system,
Exactly.
and then the opportunity is yours. Like, it's going to change your life like anything,
Yes. This is your
So
business.
absolutely,
This
absolutely.
is your business.
This is a pure business. This is a pure business. Like, the difference in between the traditional business and the other one is that, if it is a traditional business, if it's a wonderful restaurant, if you are another person, like, who is going to say their trade secret to you? But in our platform, you have people from around the globe. You are plugged into our communication system. You can ask anyone. We have masterminds every Wednesday where people who is making millions are actually sharing their secrets to us, which is wonderful. We are learning every day. And we are, learning like different skills. Otherwise, I don't think, like, a full-time medical professional like me cannot make a side hustle which is wonderfully paying like this. I cannot own like that within the short period of time. It's just because of the system that is possible for us, a smart system. So we need, as Dr. Susie said, yeah, we need to work smarter, not harder, because you only have one life. We only have so much time. We only have 24 hours. You cannot do everything, try and fail and try and fail and for years and years, and then you admit the failure. No, you are not meant for that. You are meant for succeed in your life. So that is what it's all about. So now it is for Ms. Baljith from all the way from Canada. So that's your turn, Baljith. Thank you for coming today.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for inviting. My name is Baljith, and I am a mom of 2 kids. I'm a wife and a registered nurse by profession. So basically, why I started this business, it all started when I was like having my second kid. I was on maternity leave, and as my maternity leave was approaching towards the end, I was really getting anxious about going to work back, like leaving my 1 year old behind. So at that time, I started looking for different options. So I was like, because I was on maternity leave, I was having a lot of time at home at that time. So I was scrolling through social media all day long, looking for different online options. So there was different kinds of ads showing up for online business. So I was like not sure first. So I was like, it was a month or two. I followed those ads for a little bit, and then I saw they are continuous, they're real, like real person. And there were nurses showing up from my profession in those ads. So it was like kind of relatable for me to join them. So at that point, one day I thought I will give it a try. So I reached out to that person, and she gave me complete information, and I watched the webinar, and then I joined the system. But the main thing was I didn't stepped into right away. There was a private Facebook group they have. I went through that for a month at least to see what. So when I saw there were like 124K members in that, and everybody is getting different results from it, and it's not from one place, it's all around the world. So that made me decide, yes, why I should go ahead and do this. So then I started doing this business, and the main thing was like the automatic system, like automate. Everything was provided, the training. I was not a tech savvy. I was like really bad with social media, I'll say. But once I got into this, they provided all the video training. So step by step, I was able to set up everything, and I was able to start doing my business with that. So the main thing is that it is providing me so much like flexibility now that I don't have to return to my full-time job, because I'm doing it part-time now, because I don't want to leave my kids behind. He's too young, and I don't want to miss all the milestones that I did with my bigger kid. He's 8 now, but I remember those days when I had to leave him in the daycare, and he was like screaming, "Mom, please don't go." And it was like really heartbreaking for me at that time. But when you are at the initial stage of your career, you are like have to sacrifice things at that point. So, but now I had like some time to scroll around and see where are more options, because if I'm not returning to full-time work, it's not easy for all the expenses. So there should be some side hustle or extra stream of income that I needed. So that's when I got into this, and it's really working good for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Wonderful, wonderful, Baljith. So, yeah, I mean, like, we all have different whys, like, most of the people are actually coming into this business because they don't want, like, full-time job, like, many times, if it is nerds, like, it's, how hectic what we're talking about, how hectic the job is. So physically, we are not able for that. Then even if, like, in Europe and all, or in Canada, I'm sure like that same, like we need to go only for 3 or 4 days a week. Saying that is very easy, but it's not a job, because after you go for the 3 or 4 days of work, you're actually absolute waste. Like, you have no patience, you are all over the place, you are screaming mom, like, you don't have any patience, or you don't have any yourself left in you, that kind of thing. So like, in my initial stage of career, actually we did not know there is another way out, but actually there is a wonderful way out. Like, it's a lot of people are making use of this. And we are like, we are all so much privileged to welcome all of you, even if you want, all of you, if you want to make another stream of income, even if you're working full-time, part-time, whatever. So obviously, you won't be making part-time straight away once you start the business. No, you are going to work at least a year to get proficient with the business, how to do the social media advertisement and everything. You need, like, realistically, there are people who is actually making 6-figure in 6 months. There are people like that, but we cannot say that everybody will do that. But realistically, 1 year you will, if you are in the platform, sorry, you will get at least 1 year to make proficient about the platform, 3 years to become part-time, and then 5 years to make serious income, 7 years to make excellent income. That is what we always say about a business. So come in like a same expectation like this in this business as well. You need to work, you need to spend time, but the thing is that you can work in your own time. The timing is very flexible. There is no boss for you. You are your own boss. So you know that there is more advantage and disadvantage for that, because you have to take charge of the business, because nobody is going to annoy you. Then if you make this work for you, and this is going to make really work for you. There are moments that you doubt yourself, you will be doubting the system, which is all normal, okay? But this will make wonders for you. That's all I can say. So anybody want to add anything else? Dr. Suzie, anything that you want to add?
No, I fully understand.
Yeah.
Like, I felt the same as, like, I think any mom can relate to what you've just said.
Yeah.
Because I remember the same when you were saying, my daughter saying the same thing. Oh,
Yeah.
mommy,
I
going.
know. I know.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
And then you're like, but then you're telling yourself at that point, oh, I'm going because I want to provide for my family, and that's the reason why you are doing it. You're telling in your mind, no, but I'm going to provide financially for them. And even the other day, my daughter was like, she was very upset with me because I was working, and she called me when I was working. I was seeing a patient, and I said, okay, is something wrong? And she said, no, something great happened. I said, okay, come back home and tell me. After work, she was so upset with me. She's like, oh, mom, you know, you're always like this. You know, you're not there when I want you to talk to you, and you compensate by buying me stuff. I don't want your stuff. And you know, now because she's a teenager, she's talking back. She says, I don't want your stuff. I want you to listen to me. And you know, those moments are really, really heartbreaking, really.
Yeah.
And I said, darling, you should be appreciate that mommy's now spending more time with you. I will get there. Well, it's much better, but you know, it was one of those days when I was working. She called me and I was like, you know, panic. Do I need to drop work and go pick her up or something? And she said, oh, no, I want to tell you something nice. So she wants something. She wanted to tell me that. I said, tell me once you're home and, you know, once I finish work. But she was even upset. And that's what kids know. Kids actually, you know, once they grow, they say, I don't want your money. I want you to listen to me.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no words to say about that. Like, you know, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. Like, you know.
Really.
Yeah.
I just wish I was a bit more wise when I was a bit more younger, but it's better late than never.
Yeah.
At least this is for me, my second catch up with my daughter. And I would say it's better late than never.
Absolutely. At least we are blessed that we found this opportunity at least now, isn't it? So that, you know, if you work on that, like if you work on something 5 years, it's going to give you a really good retirement. Will a career do that? No. So, but this business will, you know, so that is what it is. So again, have a blessed day. Thank you all. Thank you, Baljith. Thank you, Praveen. And thank you, Dr. Suzie, for your wonderful presentation. Thank you, everybody. Bye. Thank you. God bless.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.